What's good, Eagles fans? Y'all are tuned into y'all dose of Chalk It Up. We're no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. You guys, we have the New Orleans Saints this week, and I got to be honest, man, it's going to be a barn burner. I have no idea what's going to happen. This is going to be one of the weirdest games to watch, honestly, especially with Carson Wentz not being in the starting lineup. But this video is really meant to really shed light on Jason Kelce's press conference. And I know what happened a couple days ago, a few days ago, but I really want to key in on this because this team is in dire straits. And honestly, I don't know how this ends well for anyone. And, we're just going to get right into it. Jason Kelce, he talked about how, he'll always have confidence in Carson Wentz. And, they asked him multiple questions, but I want to key in on two responses that he had to two different questions because, again, I believe personally that Carson Wentz has been scapegoated this season. We have so many problems all across the board, and I just think it's too simple, too easy just to blame Carson Wentz. And again, we're going to get into that, and, here we go.
Some highs and lows with Carson. How difficult of a situation do you think this is for Carson Wentz? So on the other end of it, how excited are you to see what Jalen Hurts can do?
Yeah, obviously it's it's an incredibly difficult situation for anybody when you go from being a starter to being put on the sideline. But Carson is a hard-working. He's going to do everything he can. He's been unbelievable since he's been here. I've said this before, but the moment he came in his rookie year, I thought that he transformed our offense. And that's not just him as a player now; that's him as a person. That's him as the intelligence he brings, the athleticism he brings, the competitiveness he brings. Made a tangible difference in practice every day and on game day. So it's kind of hard to believe that we're at this point now, to be honest with you. This season has not gone the way any of us obviously anticipated or would like it to have gone. But, sitting here 3-8-1, you got to do something. You got to try and make a change or whatever. And, obviously, the offense has been absolutely terrible, the last 4 weeks in particular. So, I have no doubt that this is not the final to the Carson Wentz story or saga. I will always have confidence in him as a person and him as a player. Just going to go out there this week and play some ball.
Okay.
So, you guys, I really appreciate Jason Kelce's words for the simple fact that at the end of the day, we all know this problem goes far beyond Carson Wentz, far beyond it. And we know what he has in the tank. We know he has the talent. That's the thing about it. His talent is undeniable. But it's just too many times far in between. We just see flashes of it. And like he said, this season, this offense, especially the past 4 or 5 weeks, have not been anything to write home about. They've been terrible. Terrible. And I think it's just too easy to throw the quarterback under the bus. But, Kelce did say, I understand that, you want to try something different. But you can tell he doesn't like the way this is going, especially for Carson Wentz. And he knows that the problem goes far beyond him. So let's go into his other statement, because this is the one that really shed light on a lot to me.
Jason, knowing Carson's personality, like you just described, he cares very much, very deeply, almost to a fault. Did it make sense for the front office then to draft Jalen Hurts in the second round? Did that set him up the way he needed to be set up going into this season?
I don't know. I'm not going to get into front office decisions. That's way over my head in terms of, I don't know how the draft day stuff all goes down and everything like that. But, I think that...
Can you tell us, did it affect him?
I don't think it affected him. That'd be a question for Carson Wentz. But I think that, if you've been in this league for a while, and Carson's been through this with Nick before, there's always going to be stuff coming. There's always going to be somebody coming. There's always going to be somebody behind you. There's always going to be competition in this business. So if you're not ready to deal with that, you're not going to last very long. I don't think Carson Wentz is the type of individual to let a situation dictate how he goes about his business or how he prepares as an individual. I think he's too smart to do that. I think that at the end of the day, this is ultimately a culmination of a lot of failures on offense. I don't know that the Jalen Hurts pick is a huge part of that. I think that this more comes down to, a failure of pretty much every position, including the coaches, to facilitate a functioning offense. And that's the biggest story here, not that Jalen Hurts was picked and that there was some sort of internal battle and struggle going on with Carson Wentz. I don't buy that.
Whoa. Okay. Jason Kelce just put the whole team on blast. Most importantly, the offense, and most directly, the coaching staff. He made it very clear where he stood. He made it very clear. He's the center. He's the quarterback of the trenches. You dig? And he sees it. He knows it. He says this has been a failure on so many fronts, but most notably, our coaching to set up a functioning offense that works for everybody. Notice the words he used, a functioning offense. He sees the writing on the wall for Doug Pederson. He knows that the moment Frank Reich and Dave Filippo left, this play calling just went downhill ever since then. The schemes, everything went downhill. The entire offense was going downhill slowly but surely. And he sees that Carson Wentz has been the scapegoat time and time again. And it's unsettling and it's unfair and it's obvious. I'm not going to excuse Carson Wentz's play. Carson Wentz has not played well. It's not a question. He hasn't played well. That's the reality. Even when he had time, even when he had people open, there are times where he missed them, sure. There's times where he's gotten second, held the ball too long, sure. I'm not absolving him of anything. Carson Wentz is very much responsible, for a portion of how the season went out. But I also believe Doug Pederson is even more responsible. And even the lead old lineman is saying that your center, your star center in Jason Kelce, your Super Bowl winning center in Jason Kelce, who has legit pedigree on this roster, in this organization, in this league. You know what I'm saying? He called out the coaching staff first and foremost. And if he's calling out the coaching staff, you can't tell me it's all Carson Wentz. The old lineman is calling out the coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? You even have Fletcher Cox coming to Carson's defense. You know what I'm saying? It's not as simple as just calling out Carson Wentz and, putting him on the back burner and throwing in Jalen Hurts and thinking everything's going to change. No. Jason Kelce is very aware of what's going on. You need to establish a functioning offense for anyone to succeed. And honestly, he called out the coaching staff because he knows for a fact Doug hasn't done that. And honestly, who knows if Doug is even capable. But I'm going to leave it at that, you guys. That's all I have. We got the New Orleans Saints later on today. And, I'm a little nervous about it. It is what it is. I really want Jalen Hurts to do well. If you're an Eagle, I'm rocking with you till the wheels fall off. But I can't act like, I don't feel for Carson Wentz. I really want that guy to succeed and win. I don't know if it's going to be with us, but I want Carson Wentz to be an Eagle, and I feel like he really has so much untapped potential. I feel like we only saw the tip of the iceberg with him in 2017, and I feel like if he gets with the right coaching staff, the right people that believe in him and understand his skill set, then he'll be amazing. He'll be spectacular, and then at that point, he won't look like a bust in our eyes. But I'll leave it at that, you guys. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II, and y'all were tuned into y'all dose of Chalk It Up, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Also, make sure y'all get y'all Chalk It Up merch. Again, make sure y'all get y'all Chalk It Up merch. We got so many things on the website available for you guys. We got hoodies. We got shirts. We got face masks. We got neck gaiters. We got phone cases. We got other items coming out as well. But the bottom line is you guys have options. We got different colorways for each item. So don't let the initial colorway that you see fool you. We got multiple colorways for each item. So make sure you go in there and, just chalk it up with your boy. Once again, you always tune to another dose of Chalk It Up, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II. One love, y'all, and fly equals fly.